to the fact that after more than half a century of independence, many of our kampong folks are still living in darkness. No electricity supply, no clean water for them. In the house or in the kampong itself, some of our kampong children had to walk for hours in muddy roads or broken hanging bridges to go to school. Sad as it is, poverty is still rampant in Sabah. Many of our young children quit school early and get married. Look at the young girls, 14, 15 years old. They are married because they are too poor to go on. Because they just cannot afford to live on with that kind of cost, as little as it may be. The unsung story of how our kampong folks being chased out of their land which they have been living for generation to generations, lands which they have depended on for a livelihood. They planted rubber, they planted oil palm, they planted vegetables, fruit trees, so that they can sell them in return for a living. Suddenly they lost it to some big companies. These are lands which their forefathers cultivated and passed on to them before independence, before there is enactment of the Sabah Land Ordinance. Where do we want them to go, these poor kampong folks, when they are being chased out of the land that they have depended on for generations? How do they find their living without the land? No one seems to care in the Barisan National Government. In KOTA Kinabalu itself, I visited at least 3 kampongs around us in KOTA Kinabalu, where our natives, the Rungus, the Kadazans, the Dusuns, they are squatting illegally on the state lands for years. They come from faraway kampongs like Pitas, Keningau, Kutat, Kota Marudu, etc. They come to KK to look for jobs. Most of them working as security guards and odd jobs to find a living. They have no houses, they have no housing. They live on a month-to-month gaji. I spoke with them. I understand their hardship. They live in shared structures which they call homes. Structures that's like a chicken hut, but they call it their homes. They share their pain with me. They are so poor, they are just too poor to rent a decent place, let alone to buy affordable homes, to have a shelter and a roof over their heads for their families. Often, these people turn up at my office here when they receive notice to evacuate by the authorities. The common question that they ask me is, kenapa orang dari luar negeri boleh dapat rumah rendah? Kami orang tempatan tidak dapat, walaupun kita mohon beberapa kali dan beberapa tahun. Inilah satu soalan mereka yang selalu tanya saya. I don't have answer to these questions. It is the Barisan National's housing policies. Who should be given houses, local houses, who is not? Saya tidak terlibat into this kind of houses. Wait till we become government, we will look into this seriously. I can only appeal for them to the relevant authorities to spare the time to move out. Janganlah bagi mereka 1 minggu, 1 bulan saja untuk mereka to evac them, chase them out. Saya cuma boleh merayu kepada authority, please give them 3 months, please give them 6 months so that they can find proper alternative locations to move away. Clearly, this group of people, they are the most disadvantaged group of people.